Let's finish off part A in this video. Let's see what happens when someone can set the agenda. So we have 3 people. Let's compare 3 cases of setting the agenda. So for instance, in the first case, John would set the agenda. If John would set the agenda, what does that mean? He has the power to say which choices are going to be compared. John wants medium, right? That's his most preferred option. It's logical to assume that every person wants to get his preferred option. What is the best chance of getting the preferred option? Because this is a competition. It's a competition between choosing. So ideally, they would set the competitors in the first round, right, to get rid of one of them. And in the second round, hopefully, the preferred option will win. Let's see if that works out over here. So for instance, what John would do, he would set low versus high in the first round. And we know that when we choose low versus high, the result would be low. We saw it in the previous video. The choice would be low, meaning the first round is going to go for low. And then in the second round, he would compare the remaining low versus medium, right? And we saw again in the previous video that between low and medium, medium wins. So yes, John gets his preferred option. But that's for John. Let's see if this holds for Eleanor and Abigail. So in the second option, in the second case, if Eleanor defines the sets. So let's see, she wants to get low. That's her preferred option. That's her first option. So she will put medium versus high in the first round to get rid of one competitor and then compare it with her preferred option. So when we compare medium versus high, let me change colors for that. When we compare medium versus high, so medium versus high, we saw it in the previous video that medium would win. So medium would be chosen in the first round and it would go to compete against the remaining option, which is low. Medium versus low. What happens in the second round? Again, medium over here, medium versus low, medium would win. So medium would be preferred. As we can see, it's actually not her preferred option. It's her second preferred option. It is the stable outcome that wins. And we'll explain in a second why that is the case. Let's check it also for Abigail to see if we still have this trend. So Abigail, what does Abigail want? He wants to get high, right? So if he wants high, it means he will make the other 2 options compete in the first round. So we would have medium versus low. Medium versus low, we saw that medium would win. It would go in the second round. And in the second round, we would have a competition between medium and high. Between medium and high, we saw it in the previous video that medium still wins. So medium is still chosen, meaning that the preferred option is always going to be the stable outcome. What's the intuition here? Well, notice that here we have a pattern. No matter what the choices are gonna be, we get to the same competition as here. So for instance, L versus H. We have L versus H over here as well. We had this round in the regular competition without setting any agenda. Medium versus high. We had it over here as well. Medium versus low. We have it over here as well. So the idea is this, that the competition, the sets are the exact same whether we set the agenda or not, in the case where we have a definite winner. And in that case, we were pretty much replicating the same model as in part A as we do it over here when we set the agenda. That's why we get to the same outcome, because it is the exact same thing. Hope this all makes sense. In the next video, we go to part B.